Welcome back, and we're getting things going to the nice start in the spring season. Still early spring, and we have a Fey mood. Let's go ahead and see who this guy is. This is our Mason. Nice. Okay, and he's possessed. All right, so possessions are a little scary because with the Fey moods and with the other ones, if you do not complete their like if you don't have the right materials to satisfy their insane need to complete whatever it is they want to build, then they just get really, really depressed and they kill themselves. But with a possessed dwarf, when they go insane, they have a, if I'm going to go, I'm taking somebody with me mentality. So let's hope we have the right materials to satisfy this dwarf's needs. Let's just go ahead and unpause this and see what he does. Hopefully he'll take... Okay, he's taking the Mason's workshop, so he's not really going to gain any skills. He was already on his way to becoming... I think it said he was a Master Mason. That's my farmer. Next? Yeah, he's already a Master Mason, so... I mean, it's not really... I mean, all this is going to do is just going to make him make the quick leap to Legendary, so... Let's see what he does. He's grabbing some, looks like... tetrahedrite. We're down to our stockpiles, grabbing something from the bins. An uncut gem. Don't know what that is just by looking at it. It's a blue one. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's probably another lapis lazuli. And he's just standing there. Terrific. Alright, so let's see what he needs. He needs stone rocks, rough color, gems shining, so probably a cut gem. Yeah, that's bad. So I don't think I have anyone who has the gem cutting. Let's just go ahead and start turning some of these on, see if someone takes the job. But I'm pretty sure I haven't turned that ability on. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and go here, and we're going to find one of our gem setters. Dumping an item. So, zoom to this creature. Preferences, labor. Oops. Oopsie doopsie. Okay, jewelry. That's odd. Even though he's a gem setter, he doesn't have either ability turned on. So we're going to go ahead and turn on gem cutting and gem setting. And we're going to turn off hauling. All of his haulings. And hopefully he will take the job. So we'll just let this sit for a second and see if he does it. Okay, good. He's cutting a gem. So we'll just let this go. We really want to kind of get this done, and then just to kind of prep for it, just in case, we're going to put some doors on this thing, just so we can lock this guy in here in case he does go crazy. I'm reading that right? Gem shining, stone rock, and rough color. Yeah, so I'm assuming that's a cut gem. I hope that's a cut gem. So, don't really have... While we're waiting for that to go, because he's not going to go crazy for a while, making a little bit of progress. I decided to go ahead and start doing some flooring, because I want to finish extending this wall all the way over. Just so we have a perimeter wall all the way across the top. And we really need walkways for that to get finished, so the dwarves don't accidentally seal themselves up there. Down in the... Oh, there we go. Yep, that's totally what I needed, was a cut gem. But just to kind of quick recap, finished carving out the rest of my Great Hall. The only thing left to do is to get enough tables and chairs to fill it, and then cut out those placeholders. Making some good progress on my warehouse. I started setting up some things up here. Like I said, I was gonna rearrange a lot of the workshops. So like I'm gonna move my so like this is my new fishery. I'm gonna move my fishery up here, and I have a butcher's and a tanner shop up here, ready to go. Because since I keep my pasture up here, then it'll just be a real short walk for whoever I assign. Like I'll just assign someone to be the butcher, and they can just come and grab whichever animal I need them to get, and it'll just be a quick walk to the slaughterhouse there, and then just hop and skip over to the tannery so they can finish tanning the hides, so I can start making leather working. I do have the drawbridge pulled up just to kind of make sure I don't really have to pay attention too much to any outside forces that come in. Haven't gotten a migrant wave yet because we still have. Well, we're back up to 22 dwarves because someone, I believe, one of my rangers had a baby. Yeah, dwarven baby. Just view creature and see his relatives. Yeah, he is the son of my ranger and planter, or daughter. I don't know what this is. Let's go ahead and view it. It's a he. Awesome. So babies are kind of useless in this game because they take 12 years to mature, and almost none of my forts last that long. Either it'll get so big and so self-sufficient that I'll just get bored, or something bad will happen and the fort will, become destroyed. So babies are really more of a nuisance than anything else. So I'm gonna go ahead and cancel out of these last two. But yeah, so we'll just go ahead and let this guy finish doing his thing, and I'll come back and show you what he makes. Alright, so it didn't take him too long, but our mason has created a marble coffin called Non-Shut Mosier, which, I don't know about you, but I think it's kind of ironic and hilarious that a coffin is called non-shut. So that would be a little bit terrifying, especially in a world with zombies. So don't really know what I think about that, but let's go ahead and take a look at it. So there's our maple toy boat that was made in a previous video, and here's our marble coffin. And whoo, that is quite a. Just for reference, the toy boat is only 4,800, whereas the marble coffin is 40,800. So that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and look at the description. This is a marble coffin. All craft worship is of the highest quality. It is encircled with bands of round tetrahedrite carbochons. Pear-cut indigo tourmalines and cushion-cut morons. Morons? Morions. This object menaces with spikes of marble. That's cool. So that's a pretty impressive coffin. I like it. Something else I wanted to point out, which I don't know if anyone else noticed, but if in a previous video when some migrants came and they were just standing there outside, and I was, wondering what the hell they were doing. Like, they were just standing there. They were just standing there. Turns out, I'm a bit of a doofus because even though I had this set up as a dining area, meeting hall was turned off. I have since fixed that, obviously, since meeting hall is now classified as a meeting hall, but it wasn't before. And it took me forever to realize that. I think I really only noticed it like like I don't even really know, like maybe in the winter season. I don't remember when exactly I noticed it, but it was pretty late in the year. And the only reason why I really noticed it is because people were spending a lot of time in their bedrooms, which almost never happens when you have a meeting hall turned on. So I feel kind of goofy, but there you go. Just don't make simple mistakes like that. Other than that, though, not really sure. Oh, another dwarven. As you can see, we're up to 23 citizens now. There was another baby born, an Asmiel Ilukum. That's how I'm pronouncing it. Don't judge me. We'll just go ahead and do view creature, and it is another boy, and it is the son of one of our gem cutters and our militia commander. So yeah, very nice. Worships two deities. I think these are the deities of our particular city. The Sunken Pages, Risen Most takes the form of feudal dwarf. And then this one. This is an old god. This is an old god. I don't think this is one that was created for our city. But yeah. So other than that, still early spring. Nothing much else interesting has happened. So I'll just go ahead and cut it off here, and same deal. Once something interesting happens or the seasons change, I'll come back and let you know what's going on. Just one quick thing I wanted to add. I haven't done anything since the last recording, but I have set up. At the very beginning of the spring, I did set up a very small squad. I really only have 4 guys who have any experience at all with a weapon. My militia commander, this farmer, this caretaker, and they're obviously a mace dwarf, a hammer dwarf, and a mace dwarf. I do have, my broker does have some skill with a spear, but since he's a noble, I'm not going to draft him into the military. He's going to stay as a noble. We don't have any useless guys, like we don't have any peasants or anything like none of these other guys that I can really afford to draft right now. But it doesn't really matter anyway because I don't have a barracks set up. I have no weapons or armor. Like if I go to stocks, you can see I only have 3 weapons, and they are the 3 that I brought with me in the very beginning. All the armor and what was classified as armor is the cloaks, and almost none of them are leather. Like there's a few leather cloaks, but I'm sure the people are already wearing these. So yeah, I haven't really done anything, mostly because I don't have a leather worker or a smith, so I really can't make anything for these guys yet. I think I might have 1 or 2 guys who could become marks dwarves, but that doesn't really matter either because I don't have a bowyer, or again, I don't have a leather worker to make them some leather weapons. So I really only have a squad in the basest, like the most basic definition of having a squad. So they're basically useless right now because they have nowhere to train and they have no equipment. So hopefully we'll get a migrant wave, if not in the spring, in this current season, then early summer, and then we can really get going on getting these guys trained up. But yeah, other than that, just wanted to add that real quick. But I'll come back when something else happens. Okay, so we are in mid-spring, so not too much time has passed since the last cut, but we got some migrants. So the first thing we're definitely going to want to do is open this bridge and let them in. Quick note, I do have the walkways done. I haven't started on finishing the perimeter yet. Like I said, I'm just going to kind of hold off on that for a little bit, although I probably need to get that done, if not before the end of spring, then at least at the beginning of summer. I haven't really made any progress at all building anything or mining out any more areas because my miners have decided to attend a party for pretty much the entire time between the last cut and now. So yeah, they haven't really done jack. They've just been down there partying, but it's irritating because, well, I mean, now there's more dwarves in there now. But there's been 1 or 2 times where I've come down here to look, and they've been the only 2 in there. So they've been partying by themselves, going, we don't want to dig anything. Although, look at this. I have this designated to get mined out. I have the rest of my sleeping quarters designated to get mined out. I want to make improvements to my food storage. I need to do more improvements to my farm. There's a lot of stuff that needs to get done, and they're just down there not doing it. Kind of frustrating. So anyway, let's go ahead and unpause this just so we can get this gate open and get these migrants in here. Let's see what they brought us. So let's see if my theory was right. So they should start moving since I have a meeting hall. I mean, if they just stand there, then I'm going to go ahead and assume it's a bug in the new version. And they're just standing there. Okay. So that's frustrating. Come on, buddy. Let's go. Walk. Come on. You can do it. Start walking. Gates open. Let's go. They're just standing there. The game doesn't even register any more than 1 guy. Because they refuse to move. That is frustrating. So instead of subjecting you guys to this irritatingness as well. I'm going to go ahead and cut the video here, and yeah, I'll come back once they actually start moving.